Oh, you fell.
Good afternoon, Marines. My name is Sergeant Conrad. Your next period of instruction will be the kieser traction splint. Does anyone know what it is? Good. After my class, you will learn what it is. What will you learn today? You're going to learn when not to use the traction splint, the proper steps to follow, the mechanism of injury, and a scene size up on any case you might need to utilize the traction splint. When should you use it? A femoral break. Where's the femoral bone at? Your leg.
Upper leg?
Your upper leg. It's the biggest bone in your body, the biggest bone in your body. So whenever there's a femoral break, large muscles contract and making the leg actually look shorter. It'll be swollen in that area and things like that. Things you have to worry about is what? Femoral bone. What's next to femoral bone? Femoral artery. Large artery, about the size of your finger. If that gets cut from you using pressure there, it's more of a problem. And you're going to notice a visual shortness of the leg. Let's start over. The contradictions for the use of the traction splint is if this is when not to use it. If you're broken close to the knee, the reason for that is you can, instead of helping, you'll hurt. You'll pull the knee out of its socket. Same with the pelvic. You'll pull your pelvic right out of its socket. The best place you want to do it is just kind of a crack right here in this portion here. All right. Now you don't want to use it if there's also an injury to the pelvis. You're going to pull that apart. Sharp objects, you cut that. Partial amputation. If the leg's only hanging together, you're adding pressure to the leg. You're going to tear it off. You understand? And if there's also a lower leg or ankle injury. All right. Now with every situation, you're going to use scene safe BSI. Make sure the scene's safe. Nothing else can further harm you or the patient. And you have your BSI, your gloves, your mask if need be, anything like that. Can I get a volunteer? Photos. All right, now we're going to go over the steps for each situation. All right, let's say last couple load hose going to lay flat. All right, this is pretty much how you're going to see. With the knee down, there could be some swelling here. Last couple load hose was outside working on the truck deck and he fell off. All right, he broke his femoral bone. All right, his one leg's going to be smaller. His other, I'm just going to take his shoe off to make it easier for us. He fell off. He has a broken bone right here. All right, he's going to be in a lot of pain, agonizing pain with this break right here. So the first thing you're going to do is, with two people, you're going to come up and you're going to hold manual stabilization. Also keep in mind, the biggest bone in your body, there could be something else broken. So C-spine, keep that always in your mind. So you hold everything together, keep it from causing further injury, and then explain to the patient he's scared. He went through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. Explain to him what you're doing with everything, every step you take. All right? Remove clothing from the area. If you can, take the shoe off without causing any pain, like I did. Just peel it off. You're going to cut back his clothing. Why would you cut back his clothing?
So you don't move the leg anymore.
So you don't move the leg. Also, so you can see everything that's going on. All right. So I tell him I'm cutting your pants so I can visually see your leg. All right, and remove the shoe and sock also. We'll leave the sock on for today. All right, you're going to access the PMS. Where's the PMS? It's on the board. All right, so your pulse. You're going to check the pulse of his foot, because if there's an injury here, if he has pulse here, then he should be good with that. Motor function. See if you can push down, pull up, and also if you can feel a sharp object or a dull object. And you're also going to compare it to the opposite side, okay? All right, step one, you're going to apply your ankle hitch. This is your ankle hitch. Just make sure everything's nice and loose. You come in here and you tell them, I'm applying the ankle hitch for you. You don't want to lift the leg any more than you have to. Pull it in. Try and keep it above the ankle, not necessarily on it. Go ahead and tighten the green one. They're all color coordinated. We'll go over the colors here momentarily. All right, step two will be the belt. All right, this belt definitely explains what you're going to be doing. Slip it under the leg at the kneecap where there's a natural void. Seesaw it up as close as you can, as high as you can, and tighten it down. It's nice and tight. like this. And then your next step, you're going to take the pull. Take it out of the bag it's in, and then snap it open, all right? Just like a tent pull. After you do that, visually check, make sure every single one is in line. Now you're going to measure. You want the black pull is about 6 to 8 inches. That's how much excess you want in this. So you measure from about here down. That'll be how much you're going to be pulling his leg. You want to give yourself enough. So you go here, and then always go up for extra. Always go up instead of going down. It's good enough to have extra here, but don't ever not have enough, okay? And we're going to secure that in place. Just keep in mind you're telling him everything you're doing as you're doing it, all right? All right, we just did that. Like I said, in one section, at least one section, and buckle that into the pelvic crest. All right, the next step is secure the strap, the red strap. We'll secure that around his, go ahead and secure that around his upper knee. Just like so. Anyone have any questions so far? So,
Now that if the brakes in that exact spot, are you still able to secure it there? Is that still okay?
if the brakes in it, go up higher. Just secure it higher than the brake. And then your last one will be your green one. Just like a stoplight, red, yellow, green. And this one will go lower to the ankle area. You want to keep these nice and loose because after you pull out his leg, then we're going to be, all right, you want to shimmy the red one up. And then place it, you guys notice the little arrow, the groove. Go ahead and place with the yellow one. Place the yellow one inside that groove. All right, then from here you're going to explain what you're going to be doing to him. You're going to be telling him he's going to feel the sensation of pulling on his leg, and in order to pull, no jerky motion. Remember, there's a sharp broken bone in his leg. Any further movement can cut his artery. All right, so push and feed, push and pull. And he's going to feel that, and you basically keep going until he gets complete. The pain level is going to go down dramatically. His bone is basically like this. Whenever you keep pulling, it's going to reline up, and it's not going to have that strain on his muscle and all that pain. So you just keep pulling basically until he feels a relief of pain. See, you have a relief of pain. He has a relief of pain. Then go back up and make sure this is tightened down, all of them. This is what I just finished packing. Also keep in mind, like I said earlier, this is a large trauma incident. He's not just going to get this from tripping or falling. Could be falling from 10 feet, falling in a car accident, anything like that. So keep in mind, when you're going to do something like this, you'd want to use a backboard also, and keep a seat collar and neck support. Do I have any questions?
Earlier in the class, you said that if the brake is too close to the knee or too high to the pelvis, what else would we do if we're not going to be doing that?
If you're not going to be doing that,
We just leave it alone?
leave it alone and have secure him to a backboard. Okay, a backboard is a full body splint. Any more questions? You want to know the difference between an open and closed fracture? What is it?
Open and fractures when it breaks the skin, closed fractures when it's under the skin, you can't really tell.
Would you use this for an open fracture?
Yes.
Why? Think. So why would you?
So it would be the same, the brake would come up.
But if the bone's sticking out and it's dirty, would you pull it back in? All right, there's only two situations you would really ever use this. One is if there's a massive bleeding, and just doing that alone, you might be able to pull it back and readjust it and take all that pressure off of the artery, and just being back in its normal place might keep it. Another one is if you're feeling here, and he's numb, there's no feeling, no pulse, and by doing that, you could just unkink his blood vessel, okay? Have any more questions? All right, go ahead. And last couple loader hoses are going to lay here for a little while. Get familiar with this thing, and we'll go from there, all right?
Down on your foot. Push on your foot.
Excuse
Push
me,
up.
pardon me.
You feel any sharp or dull pain?
I do.
Can you push on your left foot or your right foot? Push up. You feel any sharp pain?
I do.
Or dull?
Yes.
You want to do that on the toes, basically.
Simulate.
I know, I understand.
So I'm going to cut the leg of your pants off so I can see better what I'm doing. I'll cut it.
Okay.
Okay. I already told you, sir, that I put this ankle brace on your ankle, just so I can start.
Make sure you're not turning it here. Is it nice and secure?
Secure.
There you go.
And I'm going to feed it, not tugging on it, but feeding it slowly, so I won't do any more damage. Do you feel any relief? Any relief or pressure?
I do.
Is this better or worse?
Better.
And now?
Better.
I'm going to go back and tighten down all the bands.
All right, good job.
Boom.
Simulating cutting up the boot.
So we're going to put this traction splint on your leg. It's going to relieve the pressure. It's going to make you feel better.
Okay.
In the meantime, it's going to hurt maybe a little bit. So if it does or anything, let me know how you feel.
Okay, sir.
Can you push down on my hand for me?
I am.
Can you push up?
No,
Feel any dullness or sharpness?
not really.
I'm going to take your other boot off and do the same to this leg. Push down for me. Push up. Anything? Feel anything on your bottom foot? Do you have any other pain on your body? Your neck, your back, your stomach?
It's my neck.
Just your neck?